to another episode of Walk the Talk with Balbeer. Today, I am with one of my most favorite people, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani. Welcome to the show, sir.
It's my pleasure to be with you, and as always.
Thank you for your time. So tell me, sir, how has 2023 been for you so far?
Amazing. We all came out of a lot of difficulty during COVID times. We came out of a lot of difficulty in terms of the Russia-Ukraine war still going on. So I think the expectations came down, thinking that 2023 is going to be a difficult year. And, the Western world has all gone into a recession. So obviously, we understand some of the repercussions would take place on India. And of course, to some extent, it has. But on the other side, India is amazing. Look at the country, look at the growth. We are amongst the fastest growing nation in the world, a 6% plus in terms of GDP growth. Look at the real estate growth. We have grown more than 10 to 12% growth in the real estate business as we see it. Look at the industrial, the China plus one factor. So beautiful. I mean, for India, it's fascinating to see how things have changed. G20. My God.
Yeah.
What a.
Were you there?
No, I was not in the G20, but I was there when the Prime Minister inaugurated the Bharat Mandapam. And I also had an opportunity to see Parliament House 1 month before.
Okay.
The Bharat Mandapam is a beautiful building, magnanimous, large, beautiful, Indian. The Indian culture is writ all over. The Indian design is writ all over. And the speed of construction and the quality is really beautiful. And I saw Parliament House a month before they took it over. And my God, even that is very beautiful. So I think 2023 has been an amazing year for me. Surprises and very, very fascinating.
Lovely. Did you always want to be a part of the construction industry?
Well, no. I didn't ever dream that I would go into construction industry. But let me tell you a short story. My father, my elder brother, my bhabhi, all are doctors. So in my family, nobody's been in the business of business. But I was a little afraid of studying so hard because my father and elder brother worked very hard. So I wanted an easy way out when I was younger. So I took up commerce, thinking that would be easy. My father finally persuaded me to do CA, which I did, and that was not easy.
Okay.
Since in my internship, I went to factories, I started with a textile unit at Kandivali, Charco, and ran it, and I did some investment into real estate. So that was an incident. And after some time, I was doing badly in both real estate and textiles, and didn't know which one to shut down. I had to shut down one. Finally, I got a notice from the union asking for 100% increase in wages. I said, are you making a mistake of 10? Is it only 10% that you want? I said, no. In those days, Datta Samant years. Okay. So the kind of demand was exorbitant. Anyway, that precipitated me to sell the textile unit, which we had in Kandivali. And then I got full-fledged into real estate. And then I had to make a success out of it. I couldn't be a failure in that. So the story of real estate is not that I really wanted that to be the main one. Maybe the ambition was to be a textile magnate, not a real estate person. But anyway, circumstances have made me what I am.
And also, I think it's destiny. I think you were, God could see the future that this is what you can actually do. And probably that's where
Actually, there's a story to that. I found that my father, who was relatively not a rich man as compared to the businessman because he was a doctor and with great integrity. So people, I found that he was respected a lot. He was Padma Bhushan, he was Dhanvantri Award winner. And I found that people who had a lot of money didn't draw respect. People said, "Arey, wo paisa banaya, but pata nahi kaise banaya." So that kind of disrespect was there for them. And one thing was there in the back of my mind that you must not only do the business of business and make money, but also draw respect from people. And I think that became very important. And I think that stuck in my mind at a very starting point of life. So probably I veered around to be more, to see that we did good work. We did things which really were, quality.
Exceptional.
Exceptional. Thank you. But basically, we tried to see that the integrity which my father received, the kudos which my father received, even though earning much less money, I wanted to receive in the real estate business.
Whom are you most inspired by?
I get inspired by multiple people. You, for instance, the kind of entrepreneurship that you show. I get inspired in the early stages in life. I looked at Mr. Maker, Raijas. They were fantastic. Then there was Mr. Lokhandwala, who was there in the real estate business. There's Mr. KP Singh in Delhi in the real estate business. So that's my real estate mentors whom I looked up to. In various forms of businesses, you see different types of people who really do it. Aziz Premji, for instance, giving so much to charity. So a lot of it. But my father was one of my biggest mentors, to be honest with you, that I looked up to him, and he lived a ripe age of 96 and taught me up to the last day. So one of the greatest mentors was my father.
I'm sure after all that you've spoken about, I wanted to know because I had a feeling it was, your dad.
He was.
So which is the segment you think is, the most driven today?
You're talking about in real estate or generally?
Generally.
Well,
even real estate.
Yeah.
In real estate.
So
but
I
overall,
think,
what do you think?
I think today India has changed. There's going to be growth in almost every segment. When the GDP of the country grows, you have to have various segments that grow. So I think productivity in terms of manufacturing, you're seeing the PLI incentive given by the Prime Minister. In manufacturing of items, you are now manufacturing, next iPhone will be made in India. So manufacturing, all these things are looking at it. Chips will soon be manufactured in India, which is unique. The infrastructure development, I believe, is the biggest growth which is happening. I remember 10, 15 years ago when they used to tell me that they are making 2 kilometers of national highway a day, which was considered big. Today, they are doing 35 kilometers of national highway per day.
Wow.
Absolutely wow. And look at it further. Look at Mumbai, for instance, our place where we are sitting. In 65 years, we had 190 kilometers of metro, the Western Railway, Central Railway, and Harbour Line. In the next 2 years, we will complete 300 plus kilometers of metro for Mumbai region. Now, that's unbelievable. Absolutely. That kind of infrastructure. Then the Cross Harbour Bridge, the coastal road, thing. All this is a growth story which is beautiful. Slum redevelopment, the Dharavi one, which is being done by Adani. And I'm sure government is going to take up, there was a recent announcement that government is going to take up a lot of other schemes in terms of redevelopment also of slum. So I think all in all, various sectors of growth are taking place. Look at media, communication, what you're doing in terms of it. That's grown exponentially. Previously, when I did a lecture, somebody would say, 2,000 people saw it. The last one interview which I did, they said 32,000 saw it in 1 week and actually responded to. I mean, for me, 32,000.
It was all over social media.
Wow. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my eyes. And it's impossible, really. I mean, I think the world has changed. India has changed and we are leading in the world. So beautiful, beautiful time.
Absolutely. So, of all the different kind of, I would say, all the different kind of fields that you are related to when it comes to social services, when it comes to, your work, when it comes to, professional as well as, what do you call it? How do I put this? How do I say? Okay, social responsibilities. So let me read this question. We are all aware of the various roles and responsibilities which you are playing. So which one, which is like the one that really takes maximum time from you and which you love doing the most?
So I'll show you my latest love picture. Okay. I'm going to show it to you and I'll send you this one so you can put it up also.
Oh, that's your granddaughter?
No, this is a liver transplant patient, just 3 years old, in Dr. L.H. Hiranandani Hospital. And if you had seen this girl a month before this picture was taken, she was like almost a dead body. And after we kind of did the liver transplant, look at this girl. So when you say, what is it that you love the most? When you see a smile like this over there, I'll send you this. So you
but I wouldn't say actually till I didn't see her hand, I couldn't say that there's anything wrong with her. She she looks like such a happy child. God is so kind.
And she is a happy child, but unfortunately she would have died by now if we had not given her a liver transplant done. So these are the unique things that happen in our lives, which we continue to do. I'm now working on curing diabetes.
Okay.
So we are working on that in our hospital, and we've done some beta patients, and hopefully we'll come out with this whole thing where we can, cure diabetes, and working on that very seriously. So what happens is education, for instance, I love a lot. I love teaching. So I do a lot of lectures to students. I run 14 colleges, run 6 schools. I run a hospital, and I run a skill development center for the poorest of poor.
Oh.
So we have 45,000 students in colleges in Mumbai, 16,000 students in schools, and 4,000 for skill development. So that's kind of a range of work that I love to do. I also do real estate.
And you do it really well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, I'm sure there are many, many, many who are inspired by you. So when we are talking about all these, all that you love to do, I also want you to share that what would you like to, a message for those who are inspired by you. What would be a message from you to those inspired by you?
I think, people just pass life, live life like any other animal. The animal is born, they eat food, they procreate, they go to sleep, and they get up again, and they do the same. I wouldn't like human beings to actually be that. I think they should live life to the fullest and be able to do things and whatnot, because God has created human beings differently. And if they don't, and if they just sit back like any other animal, then maybe in next life, God say, why not you all become an animal? So I think what I would like people to do is to just go for it, live it up, enjoy what you do, improve your lives, do better than the best, keep on doing great things, doing it the best you can. If you read, you must read the best. If you want to dance, dance the best. If you want to love, love the best. You should really, be there. So I think what I would tell the young people is that there is a great opportunity, A, for you, because the world has changed. B, because your nation is great. Indians are great. They recognize that we are great now. And you must really do something, all your life, because otherwise, what's the point of God having made you what you are?
Exactly.
So that's the message I would like to share to people.
That's great. Also, I want to talk about your fitness, because I've seen that you're doing amazing in that as well. I mean, that's something very personal. It's not to do with anybody else but yourself. So I've seen your pictures running marathons, doing a lot of stuff. So I want you to even speak on that.
So first of all, I do only 10% of what you do. I know you're a fitness person and very much in that and very conscious and very, very fit.
Thank you.
So that's positive. Let me tell you my story. At age 48, I was invited to Campion School, and that's my alma mater, to run for an old boys race, because at 48, you're an old boy in Campion. And you go and ran the race, and I ran 50 meters, and I was panting. That was my state of fitness at age 48. And I realized, I said, oh my God, at 60, I'm going to die, heart attack, God knows what will happen and all that. So I got into a fitness regime, and then the world of difference. And let's do a fast forward. So now I gym 6 days a week. I do cardio 3 days. 3 days I do weights. I do yoga 2 days a week. And
Wow.
I do run marathons, but now I'm 10 kilometer running.
Beautiful.
And so that's part of my fitness regime and things like that. And I guess at 73, it's fine. And I don't pant if I climb up 5 floors.
You're so inspiring. I'm telling you, this is the reason I wanted to speak about your fitness, because
But I must learn from you how to be fit, because you are an epitome of fitness, and I've seen your reels, and I see how fit you are.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. That's so kind of you. But of course, like we discussed earlier, we inspire each other.
That we do. You do too.
Thank you. So, a notable change you would like to see in the industry, the construction industry, and in India?
See, the point is very simple. Every industry must satisfy the people, the requirements of the people. Roti, kapda, makan is an essential need of the people. Unfortunately, 50% of my population of Mumbai, the richest city in India, live in jhopatpattis. So the duty of industry, government, and both altogether is to see that everyone should be able to get an affordable house, whether it's ownership or on rent. So the kind of status that we have now, though we are doing a lot at the moment, we're not done enough. So it's my belief that in the next few years, hopefully 5-7 years, we should eliminate slums in Mumbai completely. We shouldn't have a single slum. And now with the Cross Harbour Bridge and this land all over Panvel and the other side, there is enough land availability. So there's no, and half the people in Mumbai can actually afford a house. Even those living in Jhopatpatti can afford a small house, either on ownership or on rent. So it's my belief that in the next 5 to 10 years, we should eliminate slums completely.
That's amazing.
And see to it that everyone gets up. And it's not difficult, actually. All this is possible now because the money is fungible. And today, like I told you about metro, I'll talk to you about the Cross Harbour Bridge. We're spending 3 lakh crores of rupees on infrastructure in Mumbai region in the next 2-3 years. So money is not a constraint really for these projects. But leadership, political intent, execution, all these are very big factors. So it's my belief that in the next few years, we should be able to achieve that. Like we have said, surpluses in food. We have surpluses of clothing for everybody, rich and poor. We should have surpluses for housing also. And it will happen. That's my belief.
That's amazing. That's such a positive thought. And if it's your belief, that means you're manifesting it. And I'm sure it's going to it's somewhere in the cards down the line.
No, it has to happen. I mean, it's too much time that we have really wasted in terms of not doing what we should have done as far as housing is concerned. There's a lot of things to be done. And I'm certain that we will do it. The leadership is intending to do it. I think action is probably on the way.
I wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
For everything that you intend to do with, the beautiful person that you are. Everything that is going to happen from your end is definitely going to be amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate
my good wishes to you and to all your programs that you do and the kind of work that you have been done.
Thank
and
you.
Also your family. I wish you the very best. now and always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last question I forgot to ask you is, tell me something for Ace Tech, about Ace Tech.
Yeah, I've been visiting Ace Tech since it started, and I've participated in it, and I'm really find it admirable of the kind of work and exhibition Ace Tech has been doing in the last couple of years. It's been my pleasure to attend to each and every one of them and see it. It has grown over the years. And even after the setback of the COVID period, it has come back with a bang, which is wonderful. And now it's spread many more cities in India. So all that and more is fantastic. I find the kind of leadership shown in the exhibition space. You have to go all over the world sometimes to see new materials. And here you brought all the new materials onto the exhibition floor. So it's so much easier for us to really look at it and all that. So God bless, and
Thank you.
wish this Ace Tech all the very best and keep on growing.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We shall see you in the next episode.